America! 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 It's America!
The mini episode.
Hello, America. It's me, Theb A Stard, embodiment of and only hope for America, and I'm still here, locked in the studio, doing these mini episodes. I just recorded the first one about 1 minute ago, and I'm, well, like I said, still here, trapped in this studio with Sean. We have no food or water, and would like you to call the army if you can. We don't want you to call the police, because, well, frankly, defund the police. Isn't that right, Sean? No, Sean, I do not think your parents will reconcile this. Sean is a sensitive boy and has not been handling his parents' divorce well. I fear he might be digressing. So his sister asked me to give him this job in hopes that it will give him some sort of sense of purpose. Do you feel, fulfilled, Sean?
Meep.
Right, Sean. That was a no, America. I hope you get better, Sean. I care about my nephew deeply, America. Well, now that you're so involved in my personal life, I guess it's time to get very personal.
America!
Today, I've been asked to give my perfect opinion about Senator and grossman Ted Cruz. Not only is Senator Ted Cruz a Texan, but he is also a father, a husband, a coward, a sycophant, a sentient jar of vomit, which he also eats and drinks, a group of rotting worms in a poorly constructed human suit, and, well, actually, those are all just facts. My opinion of him is, well, Ted Cruz is a bad man. You heard it here, America. I think that Ted Cruz is a bad man, and I might be the first to say it. So there's my perfect opinion. Ted Cruz, a bad man. Who knew?
America!
Very riveting and personal stuff indeed. All right, America, we will be right back after this message.
It's America, the podcast. It's America, the podcast.
And we're back, America, and it's time for our next and final segment of this mini-episode, which you can participate in by calling the number in the podcast notes. I don't know it off the top of my head. I will probably learn it eventually, but probably not. I am stuck in here for 48 hours, recording these ahead of time before my very important road trip. And, well, I'm just not going to bother to learn 10 digits. Anyways, if America has angered you, you can call the number in the podcast notes and leave a message. We'll probably put it in the show, assuming you don't go on some psychotic racist rant. That said, it's time for... Wait, hold on. What was it? Angry America or Angry Americans? It was Angry America? I feel like we should call it Angry Americans. What do you think, America? Can you respond to me directly right now? Oh, wait, I'm recording these ahead of time. Let me out of here! All right, Sean, what do you think? Angry Americans?
Meep.
All right. Sean called it. It's time for Angry Americans.
America!
America, I'm angry. I'm angry that there are still no term limits in Congress. Even Ted Cruz wants term limits. Ted Cruz wants term limits. Get that through your head and realize that every person wants term limits, but somehow they just don't happen. And we have to keep dealing with the same pieces of shit every 2 years or 6 years or however long some of these people have to last in certain states and areas. Now, as a lobbyist, you should think that, well, having the same senators and congresspeople, general congresspeople, there all the time would mean really good things for me. It means that I can easily build relationships and lobby them into passing whatever bill I want, but that's not good for America, and not good for me. I mean, it's good for my wallet, usually, but I, again, am so rich it just doesn't matter. Like, I have made so much money in my life, I will never not have money, short of the entire world economy collapsing. And even then, I have so many cougarans that, I mean, I will never not be rich. So I'm very for term limits in Congress now. I do not need tax cuts. Hell, you can tax the shit out of me, and I mean, my wealth alone mixed with maybe Elon's and, well, not Bezos anymore. His wife took most of that, ex-wife. And Bill Gates. If you took all of our wealth, we could easily pay off our national debt. We could end homelessness. We could, what else could we do? Fully fund healthcare, infrastructure, I mean, everything. And you only have to tax us like at 15%. We are so rich we would not even notice. But because of no term limits, that will never happen. Because on the Democratic side and on the Republican side, nobody wants to go. They're power hungry and they like the money that comes in from lobbyists like me. Am I part of the problem? Yes, 100%. But you like me, so that's it. With term limits, you could actually make people do their jobs because they wouldn't, be seeking re-election half the time they are actually doing their jobs. There's literally a call center that congresspeople have to go to fundraise because they can't make phone calls from their offices. So they go to a call center in Washington on their off time to call donors. Instead of doing the work you elected them to do, they have to constantly campaign. But if they had one term, or maybe 2 short terms or something like that, or 1 long 6-year term, they would be forced to do their jobs and move along. Oregon does it, and Oregon's government works. Everybody can take a lesson from Oregon. Anyways, this has been, whatever, Angry Americans or something.
America!
Riveting anger as per the usual. Again, if you would like to call in and leave a message, you can call the number in the podcast description, and we will put your message in the show, assuming you're not a psychotic racist. We'll be right back after these messages.
It's America, the podcast. It's America, the podcast.
And we're back, and it's time to go. All right, America. Well, thank you for listening to this mini episode. Please remember to follow the show and tell your friends, and don't forget to check out America, the Podcast presents Road Trip a week after this. What's next week? I think, it's New Jersey. We're going to New Jersey next week. If this is the second mini episode, we would be going to New Jersey because we're going in order. So, listen to that show, tell your friends, and, stay American. Good night and good fight.
It's America, the podcast.
This has been a production of Shui Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shuimedia.com.